Alright, we're live. I wonder if it's too loud. It's a little loud on my end. Turn that down. Alright. Time for another round of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Is my controller working or what? Alright. What is this guy doing here? Yeah, we'll just do Sonic, I guess. Alright, this is a no emerald run. Don't think I've done this before on stream, so slightly new experience. Hold on, wait a minute. Some weird judderiness. I wonder if I have the right filter on. Let me just check real quick. Yeah, I think it's right. Might be because I'm running in windowed mode, that's fine. It's like a weird judder. I think it's windowed mode that's causing it. These emulators can sometimes be finicky. Hey, Tomboy! Oh, hold on, let me get the chat on. Yeah, we're gonna do a little bit of Sonic and Knuckles action here. How are you doing, Tomboy? You've been in this game before, right? There's some kind of weird, like, judderiness. I don't know why. Do you notice any judderiness? Like a little bit of, like, stuttering on the stream? Does everything look smooth? Missed the one up. I don't need it. I wonder what's causing it. Let me see if I have like VSync on. Yeah, VSync is on, but I don't think that's what's causing it. I mean, if anything, VSync should help it. Let me see if I have triple buffering on. You know, now that I think about it, I don't think it even has triple buffering. Emulation looks fine? Okay, as long as it looks fine on the stream, then I don't really care too much. Finished it many, many times. Yeah, I had a feeling you did, but I have difficulty remembering everything. This is a no emerald run, so I can get all the emeralds, of course, but I'm gonna intentionally not get them to make it a little bit more challenging. So everything's going well. That's good. See how fast I can beat this game. I've never speedrun this game before, but if I were to speedrun any kind of game, this might be the game I'm most qualified to speedrun. But then again, like in speedruns, they use so many stupid glitches and stuff that maybe I'm not qualified after all. But of course, Sonic would be the quintessential speedrunning game, but actually, you would think that would be the quintessential speedrunning game, but it's not as fast as some other games are. Some other games, you get like a better sense of speed. I want Eggman to take over the world? Nah, we're just gonna play this without any Chaos Emeralds. It's okay. Eggman can have the Chaos Emeralds. We're gonna We're gonna intentionally... You know how you hold back sometimes your full powers? For just the thrill of it? Just to make it a little bit more fun? That's all we're doing. We're gonna give Eggman a chance, because we know that we can kick his ass. What's your favorite Sonic game, Tomboy? Oops. I knew that spring was there, I don't know, I just hit it anyway, though. This one? Fine choice. There's an improved version of this game called Sonic 3 Complete. It has a number of improvements made to the game. I mostly like it because it replaces the mid-boss music that normally they use the Sonic and Knuckles mid-boss music. Instead of using the superior Sonic 3 music for the mid-boss. That's why I like it more, but I couldn't find it for some reason. So, I don't know. I have it somewhere, I just can't remember the file name for it. If you don't want to push right all the time in this section, you could just use the mid-air dash with the fire shield. You can let off on the left thumb a little bit. Give your right thumb a little bit of a workout. Other than that, it doesn't make you go any faster. Yeah, I really like the music in Sonic 3 more. Ah, couldn't get that extra hit in. There we go. I'm pretty sure you can single cycle this boss, but it's tricky. So a lot of people call the next zone Hydro City. That's not what it's called. It's called Hydrocity. Hydro City is 2 words. Yeah, people they don't seem to understand that Hydro City is 2 words. This is 1 word, Hydrocity Zone. Not Hydro City. This is one of the levels that was recreated in Sonic Mania. So there's actually 2 routes that you can take here. You can go up, or you can go to the left. You know what? Let's go up. Just because I want to show it off. A lot of people don't know that you can go up here. This is the cool people's route. This is the route that only cool people do. All the losers go to the right, but if you're cool, you go up this way. You might notice that the game's looking a little bit better than usual. Like, it doesn't usually look this good. Wait a minute, what's up here? Secret shit. I love secret shit. I could have gotten the bubble shield, but oh well. I don't need it. What the fuck? I don't know why that happens sometimes. It's like there's an invisible like ledge that you get stuck on. So I don't understand that. So yeah, you might notice that this game looks a little bit better than usual. I have a XBR-Z filter on, which makes it look extra good. Oh yeah, that's right. It's not in the Genesis collection. Yeah, that I'm not entirely sure why. It might be because of the Michael Jackson music. It might be an issue of the music, or either Michael Jackson or that other guy. What is his name? Sean Schemmel or something? I forgot his name. Yeah, probably an issue with the music, if I were to guess. Well, oh well, so much for that. You can get a couple extra hits sometimes. Okay, there we go. I think that's also the reason why they never gave this game a Android port. So Christian Whitehead, who worked on Sonic Mania and also did the ports for Sonic CD, Sonic 1 and 2 on Android, and made a huge number of improvements, including true widescreen support, 16:9. It was so great. And he also added an extra zone in Sonic 2 Hidden House Zone. It was so cool. He proved that he can make a Android port for Sonic 3, but Sega wouldn't let him, presumably because of those legal issues. But he has it done. It's ready to go. It'd be great if he could, like, unofficially release it, but if he did that, they'd probably fire him. And he's sitting pretty in Sega right now, and I'd rather him just sit pretty and make Sonic Mania 2 and stuff than piss off the Sega bigwigs. Who, by the way, those bigwigs at Sega are responsible for all the shitty games, so they can go fuck themselves. That thing shoot off its fucking thing. So yeah, this level was remade in Sonic Mania, and the music was totally improved. It sounds so good in the remake in Sonic Mania. If you go to the left here, again, not a lot of people know about this, there's a 1-up over here. See, only the cool people know about all the secrets. So many dumb people don't know about all the cool secrets. You kinda gotta slow down there, because otherwise you'll bump off the enemy and lose momentum. Round 2 of Sonic Mania? Yeah, in fact I was thinking about doing it tonight, but then I would have to stream from my PS4, and it was like kind of a pain in the ass. I'm gonna try to get Sonic Mania on PC. It'll make things a little bit easier. Sonic Mania Plus, of course. Whoops. Whoops. Whoopsh-a-daisy. I also still need to beat Sonic 1 for the Game Gear. I've had that game. Oh, whoa. I almost got crushed. These things are death traps. Yeah, I grew up with that game. I had that game as a kid on the Game Gear. But unlike the other Sonic games, I haven't really played Sonic 1 Game Gear that much. So last time I tried to stream it, I ended up getting a game over. Oh man, yeah, sometimes that happens. It all depends on, like, if you do a perfect run of this level, that thing won't be in that position to crush you, but yeah, that's happened to me many times before, and it's annoying every time it happens, because that should never happen. So yeah, one of these days I still need a... Oh, wait, what am I doing? I think if you go up there, there's like a super ring. So I don't need to waste my time doing that. Yeah, I beat all the Sonic Advance games on stream. The first 2 Sonic Advance games went well. The third one, holy fuck, that was a clusterfuck of epic proportions. You can get like 2 hits on that cycle, but I decided to play it safe because I don't want to get hit. And I got hit anyway. So timing these things is pretty tricky. You don't even have to do it this way, but I'm getting hit a lot. I gotta make sure I don't get hit at all. You can get on top of him. Okay, this is the one, I think. Ah, damn it! I think it's the lag that's causing it, like that emulation issue that I mentioned before. It's just screwing me up, I don't know why. Yeah, like I can get this one in like one cycle. Usually, like if I get on top of that. See, I missed that thing there. So you can get on top of him. Ah! That's annoying. Maybe the filter's causing the problems, I don't know. But the game's just not as smooth for me right now. Oh well. Let's see. So, if you want to get a lot of Chaos Emeralds, you want to go to the right. After you go down. Hey, Dragoon. So yeah, right here you get a crossroads. If you want Chaos Emeralds, go to the right. There's a ton there, but we're not gonna do that. Whoa, whoa. Alright, that's a zip. An unintentional zip. You exploit those kinds of glitches in speedruns. As you can see, you can clip into the wall unintentionally. Like, I wouldn't say this game is super glitchy. It really isn't, but there are glitches. Nah. Not speedrunning it. Like, you won't encounter, like, Bethesda-style glitches in this game, but you'll encounter some glitches from time to time. When things go crazy. There's a no emerald run, though. No emeralds. We're gonna intentionally skip all of them. So if you hate watching all those special stages, then, well, good news. No, I'm just playing it because I like it. I don't play games to test shit. I play games to have fun. I don't know about you. Got 200 rings, down to 0. Warp glitch, yeah. You can clip into the walls and stuff. It's very annoying. Marble Garden Zone is one of those, like, some people, I shouldn't say some people, I have to speak for myself here. Visually, it's like a little boring-ish, but the level is very challenging because it's so long. If I were to guess, most people probably wouldn't like this level, just because of how long it is. I mean, once you're good at it, it's not a problem. But, like, for a Sonic the Hedgehog level, Marble Garden is pretty long, and, I mean, it's not as bad as Marble Zone from Sonic 1, but it is a little bit slower than the other zones, I would say. But here we are, on the first sub-boss already. So it ain't that long. The second act can be kind of challenging for new players. Ah! I missed it. I missed the second cycle. See, I knew it would just be one more. Carnival Knight. Carnival Knight has the infamous barrel. Yeah, I don't want to forget talking about the barrel. We'll talk about that barrel. If it weren't for the barrel, Carnival Knight would be not bad. It's just, well, we'll talk about it when we get to it. Oh, by the way, the insta-shield. Yeah, Sonic has an insta-shield in this game, and when I first played the game, I tried to use the insta-shield defensively. Using the insta-shield defensively is useless. In fact, I'm not even sure if it can defend against anything. So you can bust through that wall up there for a hidden path, but we'll just go through the usual route. The best way to use the insta-shield is offensively, just to increase the range of your attack slightly. Ah! Oh, how did I miss everything? All the rings. Alright, let's take the save here. Like I said, I might be playing a little bit worse than usual, only because there's like some kind of emulation issue. It's a little bit laggy on my end for some reason, but apparently it looks fine on stream. There's a super ring down there, by the way. This thing. Yeah, so the insta-shield's useful for killing some enemies that are surrounded by spike balls. Those enemies, you might think, you can use the insta-shield on them, but actually, when they are... And also, the insta-shield's useful for killing those fuckers. These guys, you can't kill them. They are totally invincible when they have their spikes on, at least in regards to the insta-shield. Maybe you can kill them when you're supersonic or you're invincible? I can't remember exactly. But, see, like, I tried to kill it when he has spikes on, even when I had the invincibility frames. I'm pretty sure he has no clipping when he has those spikes on. It's kind of weird. I'm almost tempted to try and do an experiment to see if you can kill them using invincibility frames. I'm pretty sure you can't. As long as he has... Okay, let's test it out here. You can test it out. I can get up there fast enough. Where's our dumbass friend? Where is he? Ah! I killed him when he didn't have the spikes on. Oh well. Well, you're gonna have to take my word for it. Oh, I could have tested it out there. Yeah, fuck it. I don't wanna fuck myself. But like I said, I'm pretty sure those guys are basically invincible when they have their spikes up. Let's see. See? See, like, I had invincibility frames and then I tried to attack it. And I went right through them. It's fast and kind of hard to see, but I know I hit his hitbox. I know I did. I've been playing this game since I was a kid, and I've made this observation ever since I was a kid. You can jump over to the left side, I think. Can I do it? There might be something over there. Yeah, there's some shit over here. I love shit! So how do I get out of here? We're gonna have to go back and get that thing. Get the top. This is the only way to go up this way, if you can't fly. You can tell you got fake spikes because they're slightly different coloration. You can see those spikes to the right. See, the fake spike is the one that's a little bit darker, has a little darker shading. Ah, fuck. So this is the part where the Knuckles pathway splits off. So Knuckles, for some reason, he can't destroy that face guy, no matter how hard you try. So you have to go back and then climb up. And then Knuckles gets a different path. That thing can kill you. Decide to chance it. Like, spin dashing into that thing is very risky. You can definitely get killed there, but I like to take risks. Risk-taking kind of guy. Once you make it to this point, you're safe. Lots of noobs dying the crushing part, but it's not a big deal for me. And I knew that grasshopper guy was going to be there, but I wasn't paying attention. And that thing can kick your ass. You can do like a cool way of spinning on these things like that. I like doing that sometimes. It's pointless, but it looks cool. Hit this guy as many times as you can in the beginning. I'm pretty sure it's impossible to kill him completely in that opening sequence, but you can get him down to just like one more hit, I believe. So when this game first came out, they didn't have time to implement all the levels they wanted to put in. So, like, we're almost close to the end of the game already. If we were only playing the Sonic 3 portion. Yeah, they didn't have time to do it, but at the time we didn't know that. And in the manual for Sonic 3, they try to make up for it by saying, like, yeah, we know there's fewer levels. I'm paraphrasing. We know there's fewer levels in Sonic 2, but the levels themselves are longer than the ones in Sonic 2. They actually said that in the manual. And at the time when I was a kid, I was like, oh yeah, that's true. They were like, they're 3 times as long as the ones in Sonic 2. And it's like, looking in hindsight, like, they were probably right, sort of. But that's not a good thing. I mean, I prefer the pacing to be a little bit better than that. I'd like there to be more levels and all the rest. But yeah, the real reason was because they just didn't have time to complete all the levels. Sega, for some reason, corporate Sega hates delaying Sonic games. They rather cancel a Sonic game than delay it. I'm not entirely sure why. Like, I know that they want to make it in time for Christmas, but for fuck's sake, just delay it to the next Christmas or something. Those fucking morons. Yeah, I talked about that before. Yeah, probably the reason was because of the Michael Jackson issue. Either Michael Jackson owned the work, or the guys working with Michael Jackson owned the music. In any case, they replaced it with the Sonic and Knuckles music, which I don't like as much. I mean, it's not bad, it's just not as good. Like I said, there is a Sonic fan hack called Sonic 3 Complete, which restores all that music. Oh boy. Damn it! That's not what I wanted to do. We're wasting time on special stages that we don't need to do. To this day, I don't know exactly where all of the special stages are in Carnival Night. Just because like there's so many and they're all in like weird locations, so it's hard to remember exactly where they are, but like if I'm close to one, like I know it's hard to explain. I can locate them if I play the game. Like I know it through like visual patterns, like through playing it. But I wouldn't be able to tell you like without context. So yeah, that thing's kind of annoying if you don't know how to kill it. Hitting it does not damage it. It makes it reveal that electric thing. And then you gotta get the buzzsaw thing to hit it. Once you know how to do it, it's easy. But when you're a noob, like, you could spend a lot of time on that boss. Alright, so Act 2 is infamous. It's infamous because it has the barrel. So I don't know exactly why the fuck Sonic Team was compelled to have the barrel puzzle in this game. Yeah, I don't think anyone knew. Back in those days, like, you talk to any Sonic fan who grew up with this game, I would be shocked if someone was able to figure it out by themselves. And I would question whether or not they're lying. Me and my sister, we were huge fans of this game. We played it for years. We could never figure it out on our own. Some people said that it mentions in the manual that you can push up and down on the barrels. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. I haven't read the manual since I was a kid, but like, I know that me and my sister, we would read the video game manuals all the time. You know, it's not like we glossed over. It's not like how today no one reads game manuals. Back then, we read them, and I don't remember it ever saying anything like that. So I don't know exactly why they felt compelled to do that. So, for those of you who don't know, the barrel puzzle, we'll get to it soon, but basically, you get stuck in an area with this barrel blocking your path. And what you need to do is you need to push up and down. See, I'm pushing up and down, and that makes it move up and down. Like, what we would try to do, I'll demonstrate it better when we get there. Where do I gotta go? I gotta go up there, right? Or do I go to the right? Yeah, we can go to the right. Initially, the way we got through it was using the debug code. Well, first we used the level select code, which was so hard to do. But yeah, the level select code could get you through it, obviously. So we were excited once we finally pulled that off, which, by the way, was a feat in and of itself, because it was so hard to do. Once you got the level select working, you can then input the debug code. Here's another place where you would really benefit from knowing the barrel thing. It's not impossible to get up here without manipulating the barrel with up and down, but it's a lot easier if you do know how to do it. So that's not the sticking point in this level. We're gonna get to it in a second. I remember when I remember my sister first encountered that part. I think I was out with a friend at the time, and my sister was playing it at home, and then she encountered that point, and she was telling me about it. You might be wondering, what the hell am I doing? You gotta bounce off this thing to get up there, because Sonic can't reach it without bouncing off. There we go. Don't need to get this, but it just helps. can these guys work underwater? I have no idea. I mean, our electric shield doesn't work underwater. Why can they work underwater? Again, it's the emulation that's causing me to fuck up constantly. Okay, here we go. Ah! Okay. It's like some weird lag I'm experiencing. Pretty sure it's only because I'm running in windowed mode. Okay, so you go to the right here. We're pretty close to the barrel. The barrel point. I refuse to call it a barrel puzzle, but I'm not really sure what else to call it. The barrel part, I'll call it. Like, you might think they wanted to sell, like, strategy mags or something. But, I mean, it was just one part. So it just kind of baffles me that Sega felt compelled to putting it in there. I don't know what the point is. I'm not sure if I buy the explanation that they wanted to sell, like, gaming magazines, strategy magazines. Because it just sounds weird. I would love to talk to the level designer and ask him why he thought that was a good idea to put it in there. Alright, so we go here, turn on the lights. So now we are very close. So it's over to the right here. So yeah, this gate closes off to let you know that, hey, you're trapped, you can't go back. And then you're in this room with the barrel. Now, originally, the way we would try to do is we would just try to jump on top of it, right? Try to get very high and jump it, but you'll quickly realize that it is impossible to make this thing go down far enough. So the way you get through is you have to push up and down on this fucking thing, right? And then it gets low enough that you can get through. So we had no idea that that's what you had to do. We would be stuck there until we ran out of time. It's so annoying. By the way, you can skip over that entire section by just jumping to the left here. A lot of people don't know that. I don't know why. That is easy to figure out. Like it's pretty obvious you can jump over there. Jump over to the left instead of going right. So the way we found out about the barrel thing finally is we got America Online. And that was our first ability to use the internet and the World Wide Web and stuff like that, but we didn't use the World Wide Web. There were forums, message boards on AOL, and there were some for Sonic the Hedgehog, and we just used that. And someone told us, like, he's like, oh yeah, that thing, yeah, you gotta push up and down on that thing. And it was just like such a ridiculous moment. We were like, that's all you had to do? And it was like, yeah. It's an example of Sega trolling us. Maybe they thought it was funny. Maybe they just delighted in pissing off all the kids. It pissed us off, I know that. Here comes the really cool snowboarding section. They showed this off a lot in advertising for Sonic 3 back in the day. Unfortunately, it's just all for show. All you can do is you can jump, but that's it. You have no control over it whatsoever. You just watch them do it. It's cool, but it has absolutely no impact on the game whatsoever. So this music is the infamous Hard Times song. Tomboy, do you know about Hard Times? The song that was the inspiration for this for the Ice Cap theme. Forgot the guy's name. I want to say it's not Sean Schemmel. Sean Schemmel, I think, did the voice for Goku in Dragon Ball Z. I can't remember the guy behind this. Oh, you don't? Hard Times, you know what? I'm gonna post it on Discord right now because I can. Okay. Here we go. It's done by the Jetsons. What is this guy's name? I'll post it on the Discord. So check out Discord. I posted this is the real Sonic 3 Ice Cap Zone song. This was discovered. This was made in 1982, but it was only discovered recently, relatively recently. I don't know who discovered it, but they posted that song on like Sonic forums. They were like, "Holy shit, dudes, this is the song!" And we were all flipping out, and because previously it was thought that Michael Jackson wrote this song, but clearly he didn't. But the guy who made the song did work with Michael Jackson. And it's a great song, both the Sonic 3 rendition and the original. Normally I would be skipping over all this stuff as Super Sonic. I haven't played this level as regular Sonic in a long time. It's a cool, different experience from zipping through it as Super Sonic. I don't even know why I'm doing that. Sometimes there's like super rings if you go to the right. Well, there's one in the beginning, but it's like a habit that I have now. So getting up here, okay, without Tails or Super Sonic, it's actually pretty tough. You gotta use that spring. It's pretty annoying. I'm not used to doing this. Okay, there we go. It's kind of cool that you gotta use all the mechanics as they were originally intended. There's another one. There we go. It's too high. Can't get him. Ah. Damn it. That was close. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot about that thing down there. It's better to go up. If you go down, you have to deal with all the... You know what? Let's go down. Let's give ourselves a little bit of a challenge. You have to deal with all the... Going down is always harder, but I welcome the challenge. We're gonna deal with underground caverns filled with water. Sonic's biggest nemesis. No, we're gonna intentionally go down. I like going down. See what's over to the left. Anything to the left? Nothing to the left, it seems. Yeah, I don't think I've been down here before. What's over to the left? You know about the song? Hard Times? It's a good song. What's over to the left here, though? I don't think I've ever been over here. Look at this. What are you talking about, Dragon? Whoops. Yeah, this is the bottomless pit with the water. Usually you want to avoid this. News is from this month? Who is this person? Who is this 13-year-old girl? I've never heard this before. You know, Michael Jackson's good name was dragged through the mud so many times. You know, I would like to have at least one conversation about the man without bringing that shit up constantly. You know? Yeah, well, it doesn't matter what... Allegations are just that, allegations. Why is this coming out now? So randomly. You know? Yeah, he's dead. Let the man rest in peace already. We have this thing called evidence. We have this thing called a court system. That's the way you deal with these things. And he's dead, so it doesn't matter. Ah, there we go. Yeah, well, I mean, they're just allegations, and this is nothing new about Michael Jackson. We have had 2 cases before where they were unsubstantiated claims about Michael Jackson. And so, you know, the fact that, like, you're telling me about some new allegation, the guy's dead. You know, like, you want to if someone wants to drag his name through the mud yet again, like, the guy is dead. His name was dragged through the mud constantly with unsubstantiated allegations. That's what matters here. Of course, I have nothing but sympathy for people who really were abused. But you need evidence. And when it's a person like Michael Jackson, who was already slandered, you know, it just comes off as really tasteless and morally reprehensible to me. You know, it's one thing if there's evidence. Okay. If there's evidence, I would like to see that. Otherwise, I'm not really interested in just baseless allegations alone. Evidence is crucial. But yeah, let's not, every time we talk about Michael Jackson, let's not always bring that stuff up, okay? It's just really tacky. Yeah, this level is pretty straightforward. Once again, the song for this was probably done by Michael Jackson. You know, the guy saying "go, go, 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 go." That might have been Michael Jackson. It doesn't really sound like him, if I'm honest, personally, but I mean, who else would it be, though? The "Hey Come On" for the mid-boss music for Sonic 3, that's almost certainly Michael Jackson. Exactly, Tomboy, yeah. Evidence, you know. And those, that principal that was involved in your school, Tomboy, yeah, he was arrested because they had evidence, damning evidence, that he was guilty. And it was brought to light, you know, when the crimes took place, you know, not, what, 30 years after the fact, you know? The next, we get the sub-boss coming up here. Why don't we get a shield? When you play as Knuckles, they make it even harder. There's two of them after you. This thing's annoying because it goes up every time you jump at it. We're going to be completing Sonic 3, the Sonic 3 portion of this run very soon. I like doing that. Oh, I fucked it all up. Get out of here. Oops. Oops. That's one of those troll switches. I remember there was one of those. You miss out on all the goodies over there. freaked out and shielded his face and said to my dad, "Don't film him." Oh, really? He said that? Wow. That's crazy. And that happened in the Christmas of '98. So did your father know about the principal's criminal activities at that point, and he was like just trying to observe his behavior? Ah, fuck. He's trying to do the insta shield. So the big arm boss, for Sonic 3 and Knuckles, you don't face him as Sonic or Tails. Whoops. Actually, what is down here? Oh yeah. You can go to the left, but probably not anymore. Yeah, there's something over to the left. Some kind of goodie. You can just get out. Don't need to go through all that BS. Whoops. Those blocks over there, if you're Knuckles, you can bust through those. It'll lead to a new area. Wow, somehow I didn't get hit. I was right on top of the ball and I didn't get hit. I don't know, maybe that was a glitch or something. Oh, he learned it was in the summer of '99. So he was just recording him randomly. And then the principal freaked out. Ah. There we go. Thought Knuckles was a female? Why? Just because he's red? What about his appearance is feminine? Is it those long, sexy legs of his? You can go here for Super Ring. Yeah? Why'd you think Tails was a female? I mean, like, her small look. He's a boy. boys sometimes have feminine, like they have a high-pitched voice, like females. So you think that small boys are feminine looking? Is that what you're trying to say, Dragoon? Small boys are kind of feminine looking. What about those butch females though? Would you say those are like kind of masculine looking then by extension? So if you encountered a like kind of like a manly looking woman, would you say that's a man? She might try to kick your ass if you said that though. You know, assuming someone's gender can be a big offense. Sometimes you can be wrong. You gotta make sure you don't do that. The only proper way to properly identify a person's sex... Well, you can't even look... like, even if you could. Looking between their legs is not always even the proper way of identifying their sex, because, like, they might be transgendered but not have undergone surgery yet, you know? So there's that too. Damn it, I missed the thing. You can go up there. Leads to another route. I mean, there's like another super ring up there, but since we're not going for it anyways, it doesn't really matter, but it would have been nice to just kind of check it out. There's updrafts, as you can see. They're invisible. No visual indication. You can go down there for a super ring. Sailor Uranus. Sailor Uranus looks like a man. I don't know anything about Sailor Moon, so I don't know about that stuff. My friend Nilavani knows about Sailor Moon and stuff. So this level was originally going to be called Mushroom Valley Zone, actually, and you can find the proof of that in the Sonic 3 level select screen. You have to make sure you don't have Sonic and Knuckles attached. In the level select screen, it mentions a level called Mushroom Valley Zone. That's what this level was supposed to be. But then when they pushed this over to Sonic and Knuckles, they renamed it Mushroom Hill, probably to be consistent with Green Hill Zone and Emerald Hill Zone and stuff like that. They just wanted it to sound more like that. 90s kid? I am, but Sailor Moon was for girls, though. Just being honest. That's not to say that I never watched a girl anime before. I'm just saying that, like, it didn't really appeal to me. I was gonna say something, I can't remember. Don't you hate it when you're about to say something but you can't remember what you were gonna say? Yeah, so this was going to be Mushroom Valley. Flying Battery Zone. Oh yeah, I remember now. Okay, so Flying Battery Zone, which is the zone we're about to go into. Yeah, that was supposed to be in Sonic 3 as well. The first level in Sonic 3 is called Angel Island Zone. Angel Island is actually the real name for the floating island. They just changed the name in the American version to the floating island, but it's actually the Japanese name. The real name for it is Angel Island. And in Sonic Advance, they have a zone called the Angel Island Zone, and it's the same place. It's the floating island. But unlike the Sonic 3 version, that version is very hard. It's filled with so many bottomless pits, which makes sense since it's a floating island. Cousin watched Sailor Moon, he was a guy. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've watched girl animes before. I watched Cardcaptor Sakura, and like it's like a guilty pleasure of mine. Yeah, it's intended for girls, but it's actually like kind of fun to watch. I like it. They made a new series for Cardcaptor Sakura, actually. I watched like the first episode, but I don't know, maybe I've outgrown it. It took them too long for them to make it. It didn't really interest me that much, but maybe I might watch it again later. We'll see. I have watched that other anime, Clannad, I think it's called. I had a friend who called it Clannade. I don't know how it's supposed to be pronounced. Clannad After Story or whatever. The second series. Yeah, that's another girl anime. It's good though. I like that one. What else? School Days? Oh, that's a good one. That's like basically a girl anime, but it's really violent. Like, at first it starts out like a typical, like, romantic comedy anime. I think they call them slice of life animes. But then near the end, one of the girls basically, like, the guy basically cheats on his girlfriend constantly. And then in the final, I'm gonna be giving it away. Let's just say, he's murdered by one of the girls that he cheats on. Let's just put it that way. The guy is murdered by one of the girls he cheats on. It's a very, very graphic murder. You know? Yeah, it's called School Days. And it has like all the usual tropes of like a girl anime. Like it has like the cute girls, and they wear like skimpy outfits, and they're doing sex stuff. But then like, shit, near the end, like it becomes so dark, and the guy's murdered, brutally murdered. Like it wasn't like, you know, like a quick murder. Like it was clearly long and painful. Love Hina, yeah, I remember I watched a little bit of Love Hina. Yeah, that one had like comical shit. It was definitely not violent. Like it had comic violence, but like no like murder or anything like that. This one, jeez. That final episode is insane. That's the thing, though. Like, it only has like 13 episodes. It's not very long, but that's actually a good thing. All the episodes, like 1 through 12, they're not violent. Or, well, there is one, like, I guess you could, yeah, it's basically like a rape. There is like a rape scene, but you don't see much. But it's definitely implied that a girl was raped. So I take that back. So it does have like mature themes. No, I never saw that. Isn't that a new movie? Didn't it come out recently? Yeah, I think it's a new movie. I think I saw the trailer to that. There's a couple of different branching paths here. You can go to the right, or you can take it all the way down. Damn it. I really hope they make a Sonic Mania 2. I really want one. That's what I need right now. I think everyone is ready for a Sonic Mania 2. Or a Sonic 5. Or they could just say Sonic 4 is non-canon and make the real Sonic 4. That would be really great. Sonic... I think they should rename Sonic 4 to Sonic Remix or something. What do you think, Tomboy? I think they should rename... This is a new area. I don't think I've ever been here before. This is unfamiliar territory. Okay, now we're in familiar territory. This is dangerous. Alright, there we go. Actually, yeah, this is different. I'm not used to this. Experiencing new shit all the time in this game. Because Sonic 4, like, I personally like Sonic 4. As long as you don't think of it as a real Sonic 4, if you think of it as a different game, I think people would have been much more okay with it. Especially when you see the reaction people had to that game at the time. It was very positive, because that game came out during a time when Sonic was at its worst, and the quality of Sonic games was so bad. So compared to those games, Sonic 4 was a breath of fresh air. It was a return to what made him great. It's just since then, it has not aged as well as some other games have, because Sonic Mania is the real Sonic 4, and everyone knows it. And Sonic Mania, or a game like it, is what Sonic 4 should have been. So I think people would like at least appreciate it more if it just wasn't called Sonic 4. If they rename it to something else, you know, if not Sonic Remix, something else, I don't really care what they call it. Just as long as it's not called Sonic 4, and then they could make a new game that's the real Sonic 4 that does the name justice. Because, I mean, they could skip over it and just say, we'll make Sonic 5, but then Sonic 4 will just kind of stand out in my opinion. But whatever. I just want a new game. That's the most important thing. When Sonic Mania came out, you had two different kinds of people. You had the people who said, "Hello, electronic whiz. How are you?" When Sonic Mania first came out, you had the Sonic fans who said, "Sonic Mania is too easy." And then you had all the new fans who said, "Sonic Mania is too hard." Because I remember when I played Sonic Mania, I was like, this is really good, I just wish it was more challenging. And then when Owly played it, She was like, "This game is so hard." I was like, "Really? I think the game's too easy." Damn it! We get like quite a few hits. It's like, ah! Forgot how many times he comes up on that cycle. How you doing, Electronic Whiz? You a big Sonic fan? Like me? For fuck's sake, man. There we go. Alright, Sandopolis. Or as I like to call it, Sandopolis. This level makes me feel hot. Just playing this level makes me feel hot, even though it's freezing outside. But this level is, you know, has great graphics, lots of color. It's not just yellow. If you look in the background, you can see lots of different shades. Got purples, some pinks in there. What's your favorite level in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, Tomboy? When Sonic Generations was coming out, I was really hoping they would remake Lava Reef Zone in Sonic Generations. Unfortunately, they decided to go with Sky Sanctuary, which is still a great zone. But I was hoping for Lava Reef. Luckily, Sonic Mania gave us a remake of Lava Reef. You can actually go down here, and there's like secret shit. Yeah, the Lava Reef remake in Sonic, You like Lava Reef the most? Yeah, I really like Lava Reef too. I was so glad that they remade it in Sonic Mania, and they added some really cool things to it. You can actually, they added like a new background so that when you go high enough, you can actually see like a volcano in the background and stuff. It's so cool. I was really hoping to see that level in Sonic Generations, though. I wanted so badly to see how it would look in 3D, and I imagine it would look great. You know, running fast through underground tunnels and shit, with lava all over the place. Would have been cool. But it didn't happen. But Sky Sanctuary is still really good too. Did you play Sonic Forces, Tomboy? Oh yeah, I know that guy. Didn't he play, Bishop in Aliens? No, I never saw the Pumpkinhead movies. Oh, your brother did? Mistake. Oh well. What did your brother think of it? You gotta jam out once in a while to these kick-ass tunes. Yeah, maybe one day I'll watch it. Looks like it could be interesting. Very mediocre. Looks like shit to me, yeah. And you might say, well, it's only average, it's not shit. But at this point, you know, it might as well be shit, you know? What's the difference between average and shit for a Sonic game. Like, we expect more than just average for Sonic the Hedgehog. It's about time that he is revitalized to his former glory, and we can't accept anything less than greatness. Because we're sick of the bullshit. And Sonic in 2D has been restored to greatness, but they have yet to do the same for 3D because they don't have passionate fans developing the games. They just have people who are working for a paycheck. I wish I could take charge of Sonic Team and Sega and, like, clean up house. And, like, basically I want to interview every single motherfucker on the dev team and be like, hey, if you're not a Sonic fan, I want you to get the fuck out of here. Like, if you can't even beat Sonic 3, you know, then I don't even know why you're here. You shouldn't even be part of this development if you're not a fan. I want a group of passionate individuals working on this. When you have people who actually care about Sonic working on it, you get what you get with Sonic Mania. A passion project, not a fucking bullshit project. You know, it's not just a paycheck to these people. This is something that they care deeply about, and they want to make it the best possible product it can be. And anyone who's not a Sonic fan, I just fire them on the spot. Be like, get the fuck out of here. You can't even beat Sonic the Hedgehog 3? And you want to work at this company? Fuck you. Get out of here. I want to know how many people who worked on Sonic Forces could actually beat Sonic 3. I want to know. I'd test them. That would be part of their job interview. Like, in order to work at this company, you gotta beat Sonic 3. Doesn't even have to be Sonic 3 and Knuckles, just Sonic 3. I'll be lenient. You know? There's a glitch to prevent the ghost from being released. I don't remember how to do it though. I did it once, that was about it. No noobs allowed. Sick and tired of noobs working at my company. That's what I would be like. Oh, you're a noob? Get the fuck out of here. Ah, newbies, huh? Fuck you. Fuck you, newbies. Fucking hate newbies. Fucking noobs. Dragoon, how much do you hate noobs? You fucking hate noobs? Can't stand these noobs. No, not news. Noobs. Sonic 3 noobs. Sonic noobs. We're trying to develop a Sonic game. Like, let's say they're trying to work at Sega, and they don't even know how to beat Sonic 3. Do you think they're qualified to work on the next Sonic the Hedgehog game if they can't even beat Sonic 3? Stuck down there. Gotta go through this quickly. There you go. If you're not qualified to work then don't work. Don't do the job. You can't do it. Someone wants to work on a Sonic 3 game? On a Sonic game, and they never even played a Sonic game in their life? And that's what's going on here. You know, if you're wondering why all these 3D Sonic games suck, like Sonic Forces, it is because these people do not know how to play Sonic. They don't know anything about Sonic. Exactly. Thank you, Tomboy. I would make a great Sonic lead designer. I can tell people what sucks and what does not suck. I'm good at that. Oh, you made this new game called Sonic Forces, huh? After 2 seconds of playing it, I could tell them, wow, this game fucking sucks. What the fuck were you idiots thinking? With this create a character bullshit? What the fuck is this? Look, you can create your own characters, and that's so cool. No! It's fucking stupid. Fucking grappling hooks and stupid shit? What the hell is that? You can make it a fox. You can make your create a character any animal you want. This is not fan fiction time, idiots. Fucking noobs. This is Sonic time. You morons don't know what you're doing. You want to add in stupid fan fiction bullshit? Stupid furry bullshit? This is not a furry game. This is a Sonic the Hedgehog game, you morons. Get your shit together, or you're fired. In fact, no, you're fired right now. Get the fuck out of here. Dickheads. That's what I would say to them. In the middle of Sonic Forces development, I'll play it and be like, this is disgusting. This makes me want to throw up. What is this? Oh boy. Whoops. There we go. A little close there, but it's alright. Alright, Lava Reef. Yeah, we gotta find someone like Christian Whitehead, except for the 3D Sonic games. You know, because we already got Christian Whitehead for the 2D games. I'm pretty sure he's not as experienced with 3D as he is with 2D, and that's fine. We need to find someone who can do 3D Sonic games. Maybe that guy who made that cool 3D Sonic fan game. Forgot the name of it. I think it was called like Sonic World or something like that. I don't know. But I never played it, but it looks great. At least a step in the right direction, anyway. Like, I can give helpful suggestions. In fact, you know what? Fuck that. I can tell you exactly what a 3D Sonic game should be like. Basically, like, all the Sonic portions from, like, Sonic Adventure, kind of like that, except in an engine that doesn't suck. That's not glitchy. What is it called? Seaside Hill from Sonic Generations is pretty good level design. Something like that, except with a game engine that actually has a controllable Sonic and isn't boosting all over the place. Like, the boost formula Sonic games, they were more style over substance. It was very hard to control those games. And it was also difficult from a gameplay point of view to make them challenging. Without being cheap. So, you know, it doesn't need to be going super duper fast all the time. You can just make it kind of like the speed that Sonic Adventure was at, but more controllable. You know, they could do it in Unreal Engine 4. They can do that. Sonic Unleashed and stuff used the Hedgehog engine, which was actually a pretty nice looking engine. And that's the fact that Sonic Forces still use the same damn engine kind of attests to that. Because Sonic Forces does not even look better than Sonic Unleashed, honestly. Like, it just looks like more of the same kind of shit that we got from Generations, except it was worse. know, not that Generations was a bad game, it was just, not AAA. So yeah, I think Unreal Engine 4 would be great. Be a great way to start. And there have been some experiments with Sonic and Unreal Engine 4, but nothing really approaching a full game. They showed off a little bit of Sonic running around in Unreal Engine 4 and stuff, and he looks great. You know, he looks great in those little tech demos that they made. It can be done, guys. I'm telling you. I want this to happen before I die, at least. Anyway, in the meantime, we're getting some pretty good games out on Switch. There's like 3 really good games coming out on Switch. I'm really looking forward to. Super Mario Maker 2, which in all fairness is just like the original Mario Maker, except better in every way imaginable. So, screwing over Wii U owners once again, but at least this one's a good way of screwing us over, at least. Hollow Knight 2 looks incredible. Ah, shit. What the fuck? Don't remember that fucking thing. There's a new route for me. Interesting. And, of course, Link's Awakening, the remake. You ever play Link's Awakening, Tomboy? I know you played the, both of the Oracle games, of course. The new Link's Awakening looks fantastic, and I'm really glad they decided to make it for the Switch instead of for the 3DS. I think they've kind of embraced the fact that the Switch is now the true successor to the 3DS, and it's coming out in June. Birthday's on June 11th. My birthday's in June as well, yeah. I thought Mario Maker's also coming out in June as well, isn't it? Oops. Oh man. That's my second death, I think. You played it? What do you think of it? Is it one of your... Do you like it more than the Oracle games? Most of the people I talk to actually prefer... They prefer the Link's Awakening to the Oracle games. Like, I usually ask them, What is... Oh, you're referring to Mario Maker? What about Link's Awakening though? What do you think about Link's Awakening? Prefer Link's Awakening? Yeah, everyone prefers Link's Awakening. They're all very similar to me. So if you made me choose, I might choose Oracle of Ages. I think I like the most. But that's not by much. They're all really good. They're really great games. I wish I played them sooner, you know? Like, when I played them, I was like, geez, I really wish I grew up with these games. Oh, your brother has an original physical copy of it, huh? Old school. Yeah, I didn't grow up with them, unfortunately. I didn't have a Game Boy or any Nintendo system growing up. My first Nintendo console was a N64. So, my first Zelda game was Ocarina of Time. Same as Owly. Except she was like 4 years old and I was in high school. I remember when I first played a 2D Zelda game, I didn't like it. I thought it was really lame. Didn't like it that much. Because it was so different than Ocarina of Time. You know, when you're so used to a certain style, it's difficult to embrace a different kind of style. But of course, I love them now. All of them. Including Zelda 2, which I think is really underrated. It's a great game. It's very hard, though. I might try to help Owlie beat Zelda 1 and 2, because she's a huge Zelda fan. Like, Zelda's her favorite series. But she still hasn't beaten Zelda 1 and 2 yet, because they're too hard. I definitely think she can beat Zelda 1 with some help. Zelda 2... hard to say. You were in kindergarten when Ocarina of Time came out? Nice! Yeah, Ocarina of Time is an amazing game. When it first came out... See, I didn't even get it right away. I got a little bit after release because I was waiting for like a price drop, but it never dropped in price. It was like perpetually expensive. Finally, I just saved up money. I bought it, and oh, it's so good. I got stuck on it though constantly because I wasn't familiar with all the usual Zelda tropes and stuff. Like, for example, I didn't know what to do with the cow that was in like those caves and things like that. I was like, what do you do with the cow? I knew like it probably had something to do with getting milk, but I didn't know how to get the milk. Of course, you know, you have to play Epona's song in order to get that milk. Alright, I'm not gonna go this way. And, you know, other things. You know, like how to use the various different items to solve puzzles. Why didn't it give me the sound cue? The spike balls. It's supposed to give me the sound cue. And then later on, when I was in college, I didn't get Majora's Mask until I was in college. I believed all the shitty reviews about it, saying, it's not a good game, I don't like the time mechanic. All the morons kept saying that about Majora's Mask, so I believed those idiots. Turned out Majora's Mask was a better game than Ocarina of Time. In some ways. In many ways. And overall, I think it is the better game. I love Majora's Mask. So I wasn't... And I had to get a used copy of it, for fuck's sake. So annoying. Couldn't even get a new copy of it. But yeah, I do have a physical copy of Majora's Mask. I also have the GameCube version, which has some glitches in it. So that's not really the best version to play. But we have emulation now, so you can play Majora's Mask, 1080p and stuff like that. Or even better, you can play the 3DS version, which I still have not played. So if you count that as part of the Zelda-thon, then I guess technically I have not beaten it yet. Personally, I don't think it should count, because it is just a remake, and like gameplay-wise, it's basically the same game. But I will play that and beat it. Maybe kind of soonish now, since this new game is coming out. Kind of getting me in the Zelda groove of things again. You got on a 3DS? Did you beat it? Yeah, I have it. I just haven't gone around to playing it yet. I have so many games. It's hard to make time for them all. But, you have beaten it. Damn it, you're ahead of me. I hate it when people are ahead of me. I always gotta be in the lead. Nah, it's okay. Yeah, I'll beat it. I promise I'll beat it. Yeah, once I beat Death's Gambit, maybe I might beat it. I've been playing Death's Gambit offline. I've been streaming that game from time to time, but honestly, like it doesn't work well in windowed mode, and not a lot of people are really interested in it, and I enjoy it more offline, so I think I'm just gonna beat that game offline. So I'm not giving up on Death's Gambit. I think it's a fantastic game, but I just want to beat it offline. Oh yeah, I've beaten many Zelda games. I've beaten them all, in fact. I've beaten every single Zelda game. All of them. Twilight Princess, Zelda 2, yeah. Breath of the Wild, Wind Waker, Four Swords Adventure, Four Swords. I invited my buddy Luke over so we could play Four Swords on emulator. That was a lot of fun. I even beat Zelda 1. I haven't streamed that yet, though. When I first saw the commercial to this game, they showed off this scene. I thought that thing that he throws at you was a Chaos Emerald, like a giant one. Because I knew there was like a giant Chaos Emerald in this game. So I was wondering if that was it. But, no, it's just a rock. You're not a fan of Zelda 2? A lot of people don't like Zelda 2. I think Zelda 2 is fantastic. You know, they could work on that concept and make a new, like a modern version of it, like maybe like a Link 2 or something. And they could make it like Hollow Knight combined with Odin Sphere, the remake. Oh man, that would be so good. That'd be so good. You know anything about Odin Sphere, Tomboy? See, I'm one ring away from 100 rings, so don't know anything about Odin Sphere. That was a game that was originally released on the PlayStation 2. It was made by Vanillaware, who made really amazing games like Muramasa, the Demon's Crown, and they also made Dragon's Crown. And they were fantastic games, but Odin Sphere on the PS2 was not a great game. It was just okay. But they remade it on the PS4 and PS3 called Odin Sphere Lefthatseer. I can't pronounce it, but it's a remake, and that is the best remake of any game that I've ever played in my life. It was that good. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. I lost all the rings somehow. You know, when I have the fire shield, I don't know why I don't just skip platforms entirely. You don't need to use them when you have the... Let's see. I think that last mine would have killed him. But yeah, Odin Sphere is an incredible action RPG. And the remake has this incredible combo system and like the skill tree. It's so good. If you have a PlayStation 3 or a PS4, I highly recommend buying it. It is one of the greatest games I've ever played, in fact. It's so good. But yeah, if they can combine that with Hollow Knight and just give it a Zelda theme, then that would be like the greatest Link 2. The best sequel to Zelda 2 ever. They could call it like Link 2 or something. Because the original was called like Link, The Adventure of Link and Big Loaders. See, I did it again. You know, when you have the fire shield, you're better off not being on those platforms at all. Yeah, got burned. It's like so easy to hit those mines, even when like you're on the platforms. Jeez. This boss is pretty challenging, I thought. You got a lot of shit going on here. It's just kind of hard to time those jumps, and they move pretty quickly. got Hidden Battle Zone now. Hidden Battle Zone, you do pretty much nothing. You just fight Knuckles. It's a cool... The music's great, and it looks really cool. I wish like they actually made this a real zone with stuff to do in it, but there's really nothing to do. You just teleport around, and like that background with the death egg in the background, that's so cool. Yeah, you just fight Knuckles. You have this weird ancient mural that shows Robotnik fighting Supersonic, like in the background there. Like, how does that make any damn sense? Like, is this supposed to represent like an ancient Robotnik and an ancient Sonic the Hedgehog going supersonic? Super duper cryogenic cooling, I guess. This wasn't part of our deal, Robotnik! This wasn't part of our deal! And that's what me and my sister used to say every time this scene came on. I forgot where we got that from. It was like from some kind of cartoon or TV show. Oh, I think it was from The Simpsons. Because, Homer Simpson was yelling that at someone, but I forgot who he was yelling it at. There's a scene in The Simpsons where Homer is screaming that because like someone like took Bart somewhere. I can't remember exactly though, but it was definitely from The Simpsons. So if you go to the left here, you won't die. Just get float along due to the updraft. Same thing over here too. You might be wondering what the death egg is doing there. I think it's deploying all those Eggman robots, all the ones that look like him. I think that's what they're doing. Whoops, what the fuck am I doing? Yeah, I think all those things that are being launched are like those Eggman clone robots. See, like that one there, you see it, and then it appears over here. I think that's what that is. So this, the music for this zone is so, like, complex that, like, you hear it now, but if you keep jumping, well, if you collect rings, you, like, part of the music cuts out, like one of the tracks, because the Genesis can't handle so many audio tracks at once for the stage. You hear that? You hear how the music, part of the music track cuts out? And you got these other effects going on? Ah, fuck. Damn it. And I miss all the rings. Wait, rings. It's not brisket. For fuck's sake. There. Okay. Don't want to fuck up again. Where'd he kill me? It was on this, right? There we go. I love that sound. So, every Sonic fan knows this. This is the Sonic 1 boss. And I fucked up the timing. How the fuck did I fuck it up again? There. I think if you die... I can't remember if you have to start over from the beginning or if you... I think you have to start over from the beginning. Oh, no, you don't. Yeah, there's a switch right there. these wumpy wump sounds. That I don't love. This is the Metropolis Zone boss. Sonic 2. Nah, fuck. Don't have to kill the little midget guys, just have to kill him. He swings it too fast compared to Eggman in Sonic 1? Yeah, probably. Swinging it a little bit too hard. I'm glad you called him Mecha Sonic. True Sonic fan, of course, knows the difference between Mecha Sonic and Metal Sonic. They're very easy to confuse with each other. But Mecha Sonic is the guy we're fighting right now. Metal Sonic is the guy from Sonic CD. They look different. Damn it. Technically, Metal Sonic is also the name of the Silver Sonic from Sonic 2 Death Egg Zone before you fight the big Robotnik bot. There's a secret over here. I believe in the Japanese version he's called that, but in the American version of Sonic 2 for Game Gear, they call him Silver Sonic, so I just call him Silver Sonic because he's silver. Oh, did I? Were you there for that? See, I can't remember any of these things. You got better memory than I do, Tomboy. See, like, at first, like, you look at this tower thing, you see all the animals coming out, you think, ah, look at all these nice animals. And then, like, fucking Mecha Robotnik over there shows up out of nowhere. Hey, I needed that fucking teleporter. Asshole. That's it. Don't have to fight Super Mecha Sonic, only this Knuckles. My friend, we would troll our friend. Like, when our friend saw us playing this game, for this part, like, we would say, oh no, you gotta push right here. And, like, we would pretend, like, we gotta run fast. And, like, he actually thought, like, you had any control over this part. It was just kind of funny to troll him. Because, like, I got the idea of doing that because my friend did that with me, but I didn't believe him. I was like, you don't have to push anything for this part. But he kept on insisting, no, you gotta push right. Otherwise, you're gonna fall down. He was such an asshole. Fuck that guy. Alright, so since we are not collecting all the Chaos Emeralds, this is gonna be the final zone. If you collect all the Chaos Emeralds, then of course you get Doomsday Zone after this. So this is a Death Egg Zone. I gotta say, like, visually, this zone looks inferior to the Sonic 2 version. Like, it just looks so bland. Like, the background is just... it's just too static. You know? Like, it's just always like that, the same image all the time. It doesn't scroll. So, I'm not really impressed with the visuals of this zone. I think it looks very plain. Level design-wise, it seems okay. But, like, the graphics and the theme, the background, you know, that background is just staring you right in the face. Like, I kind of get what they're doing. Like, they're making it look like the Death Star, and, like, you see, like, this giant cavern inside. But it just doesn't change. Like, you have a little animation, and that's it. It's so plain. This is the most plain zone, I think, in Sonic 3. The version in Sonic 2, ironically, looks much better than this one. I must say. What the fuck? I wasn't paying attention. careful. Also music-wise, I mean, it's not bad, but I think the Death Egg music from Sonic 2 is actually a lot better. Too bad you don't usually hear it for that long, because it's actually a really good song, but you immediately just go right to the boss in that zone, so you never get to appreciate it. When I first encountered this thing, I wasn't really sure what the hell you're supposed to do. You just gotta turn all those things red. I knew that thing was up there, but I was trying to avoid it. Like, sometimes even when you know something's coming up, it's hard to avoid. This thing I think we can skip. And we're at the boss. So this is gonna be pretty tough without Super Sonic. Damn it! It went right through him. Ah, well. Yeah, it is. In fact, I've beaten it before, but when I streamed it, I couldn't beat it. It was an epic fail. Like, I just kept on dying. It's because Knuckles can't jump that high. So, what should normally be pretty straightforward is like a million times harder. Unnecessarily. No. Unnecessarily so. Can't get that last one. Don't you hate it when you can't see where the fuck the thing is? There it is. Widescreen would have been nice here. Did I miss a checkpoint sign? Okay, we're not gonna make the same mistake twice. Probably. Yeah, there's probably some checkpoint sign. I think you gotta get it by going on this thing. Yeah, I agree. That would have made it at least a little bit more fair. Just add like, 3 rings, that's it. It'll be fine. Yeah, there's a checkpoint. For fuck's sake. Oh, you gotta be shitting me. Nope. Oops, what am I doing? Your brother never beat it, Ms. Knuckles? Alright, it's been a while since I fought this guy without Super Sonic, so just bear with me for a little bit. Kinda gotta take it a little bit slower. Usually I just rush right into this thing, fuck him up, but when you're not invincible all the time, it's a lot harder. Alright, here we go. Just gotta be a little bit more patient. Here. I think we're better off just doing it well. Act 2 makes it a little bit more visually interesting. Lets you go outside, you get to see Earth. In the original American manual, they would call this planet Mobius, but it turns out that was like a mistranslation. This is actually planet Earth. Like, they're not on a different planet. But whatever. Get down here for the electric shield. Pretty close to beating this. Whoops. Yeah, it's kind of cool to see Earth in the background. Hedgehog cartoon's not canon. Yeah, it's not canon. Yeah, in the cartoons they did say they were on planet Mobius as well. Saddam and stuff like that. They have their own canon. It's like a separate canon. Same thing with the Archie comics, which used Saddam as the basis. At the time, I didn't like all those new characters, but after all the shitty games that Sega made, like, it made me really miss those Archie comics and all the characters they made and stuff like that, and like the good stories they had. It's just a million times better than the garbage of the Sonic games that Sega was putting out back then, and still putting out. Sick of it. And then they have like stupid shit like Sonic Boom. Like, weirdly enough, like my friend Luke, he told me like he watched Sonic Boom. I think the reason why he was watching it was because he babysits for he babysits, and I guess like kid he babysits was watching Sonic Boom, and he was like, it's actually pretty good. And like, I was shocked he liked it. Because it looks so stupid to me. But all I know is that the video game sucks ass. And I never want to play that fucking thing. Any of them. I don't want to play the Wii U version or whatever. I think it's on the Wii U, right? It's on some fucking thing. And then they had like a 3DS version, I think. Yeah, I think it was on the 3DS. And I heard that one was like slightly better, but like they made it into a Metroidvania game, which is not... Like, I love Metroidvania games, but Sonic is not a Metroidvania style game. Like, we have an established 2D style, and it's linear. It's not supposed to be Metroidvania. Most of the cartoons are rubbish. I mean, they look stupid. Like, generally speaking, I'm not a fan of CGI animation for cartoons. I just don't like the style. So none of them interested me on any level. They all looked like stupid, just from the animation style alone. Alright. Boss time. Okay, kind of time this. So much for timing it. You can also hit him that way. A lot of people don't know that you can like spin dash into those things and hit that thing with it. They just use the gravity mechanics. When I first played this boss, yeah, that's what I thought too. But yeah, you can spin dash into those guys and get a few extra hits. Didn't know? Now you know. Powerpuff Girls reboot was seriously bad? I didn't even know they rebooted it. There's also kind of like a cool way of killing this guy's fingers. You could use the old method, or you can use the spin dash method, just spin dash. Sometimes you'll get hit anyway though, but this one's a little bit faster. You can do like, get a few extra hits here. Fucked up that. Something's fucking up, I'll just do it the traditional ways. Traditional methods sometimes work the best way. There we go. See those 2 hits on that cycle? Only pros can do that. You a pro, Dragoon? Guess what? Even better pros? Look at— oh wait, I can't do it now! I fucked up there. I fucked up, hold on. Watch this next cycle though. 1, 2. Give me that! Yeah! 3! 3 hits per cycle. Only pros can do it 3. Noobs do it only 1 time. But if you're a pro like me, you can do it 3 hits per cycle. You a pro, Dragoon, or are you like a noob who only does it like once? This one's so hard, like you can only get one per cycle, 1 hit per cycle, I think. It's just too dangerous, too easy to fall off, and I don't really want to risk it. I think maybe you can get 2 hits per cycle there, but who cares? Hey, I want that Master Emerald. Like, why is it stuck up there? So it's just like floating in outer space? Just because I didn't get all the Chaos Emeralds and Super Emeralds? Come on. One of the things that disappointed me when I was a kid was Sonic never taps into the power of the Master Emerald. He taps into the power of the Chaos Emeralds, the Super Emeralds, but never the Master Emerald. And I always wanted to see what would happen if he did. Like, maybe he would turn into, like, Super Saiyan 3 Sonic, you know? Yep, this is the bad ending. When you beat it with different criteria and stuff, you get like a different, slightly different ending. So if you get all the Chaos Emeralds, you get some flickies flying by. If you get all the Super Emeralds, then you get the dolphins too. During this ending sequence, if you get none, then you don't get anything. And then once it's all over and you see the save game data, it gives you like a little icon. A little picture for your save game data. That will also change depending on how many Chaos Emeralds and things you get. What are you talking about? He has a big grin on his face still. He doesn't give a fuck. And Tails didn't even give a fuck enough to write Sonic correctly when they reversed the sprite. Just mirrored it and they left it that way. Is it really that hard to redraw Sonic on that plane after they mirrored it? Alright, let's see how long it took us to beat this. I think it took us like 2 hours. Okay. About 2 hours. So zero Chaos Emerald run, 2 hours. With all the Chaos Emeralds and Super Emeralds, not sure. I think maybe... Can't remember how long it took me to beat it with all the Super Emeralds and stuff, but it might even like end up being around the same time. Because you get to, even though you're spending more time on the special stages and stuff, you spend less time on the actual stages. And you get fewer deaths and things like that, so you don't have to restart as much, so it might end up being about the same time, maybe even a little faster. All these people who worked hard on this fantastic game. Where are all these people? I want these people to come back. Look at these testers. Jason Quo, Rick Gear, Mike Williams. Where are these fuckers? Get your asses back here. We need another good game. We need something that isn't a piece of shit. I wonder who they special thank. Like, what makes them so special that they had to special thank these guys? I'd imagine when they first made this game. Oh, by the way, this image is also different if you get all the Chaos Emeralds. So he does this pose, you get this picture, and then you get this. He's like, huh, 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 I have the Master Emerald. No, I'd imagine that when they made this game, the people who made it were still adults. I don't think like little kids made this game. All right, unless they're dead. Maybe they're dead now. Maybe they died of old age. It's been a while. All right, let's take a look at the save game file. Let's see the image, and that's what you get. If you get all the Chaos Emeralds, then the image is supersonic. It honestly doesn't look as cool as it sounds, though. It's just, it doesn't look all that great. If you beat it with Knuckles, though, it looks a little cooler. Like, if you beat it with Knuckles, then you get like a regular Knuckles image. If you beat it with all the Chaos Emeralds, then you get this cool Super Knuckles image, which actually looks kind of cool. Hello, my name is... no, this is not Sonic 3 Complete. When I first started... When I was gonna start streaming this, I wanted to use that ROM hack, but I couldn't find it. I know I have it somewhere, but I couldn't remember the file name. But yeah, that was the one I wanted to do. You came right at the end of the stream. I just beat the game. So, sorry you missed it, but yeah, we got all the level select. And Tails, when you get all the Chaos Emeralds, for some reason he doesn't turn into Super Tails. I don't know why they did that, but if you get all the Super Emeralds, then he does become Super Tails, so that's cool. Anyway, so that is it for tonight. I want to thank everyone for streaming with me. Thank you so much. It's an honor and a pleasure. And we will stream something again tomorrow, probably. Okay? So have a good night, everyone.